Greetings YouTube, Skill Incarnate back with the third part of our Subterrain playthrough. In the last episode I guided our good friend Dr. West to the central compound of the MPO Mars Colony, and in this central compound we've actually found a lot of useful items. We've also determined what we need to do next, and that is to get to the research wing of the colony. The research wing can be found through this door here. Now before we go down to the research wing, there was a bit of information that was very useful. We have in our possession a oxygen canister and a thermal canister. While I managed to route power to this area of the base in the last episode, the oxygen and the thermal units in this area of the base may actually be broken. So this could possibly be an area that could be in vacuum, or it could be an area that may be without oxygen or without heat. I'm hoping it's not an area that's in vacuum, or we're going to be dead very quickly. Let's head downstairs and see what awaits us in the research facility. Okay. Herbert Research. I can't say it's good to be back, at least in these circumstances. Not that I'd be working here again if they let me out. It's so quiet, I don't see Agatha rambling in her office, nor do I see Merrick or Jonathan whispering to each other in the halls. Razkowicz isn't strutting around, Dr. Can isn't lounging in his regular seat by the bio-research system. There's some shuffling echoing down the halls every so often. My mind's playing tricks on me, I think. There are a pair of advanced research systems on the north side of this facility. I should find out if they are still working. They will be extremely useful if they are. Our living quarters were the southwest section of the facility. If I look there, maybe I can find some keycards to the other places connected to Central, or some clues to what's going on in the research department. Someone had to have noticed something. So, I have no idea what sort of dangers await me through here. But we are going to try and sequentially search. Okay, this is Agatha's office. She was in charge of the Herbert Research Center, and it was something of a cat lady. Oh, very good. So there is some medical supplies for us. More medical supplies. Very good. And a nano casting kit. So a nano casting kit is made from nano machine technology. It is used to immobilize fractured bones so they can heal. Okay, so that is the futuristic equivalent of a splint. Okay, Baxter's phone call. Let's have a look and see what this Baxter guy had to say. Murray, I need that research chip back. I know you're a competent researcher, no one's questioning that, but some of your more questionable methods have been getting out of hand. I need it back. No, Baxter. Baxter. No, and my methods are none of your business. I'm afraid they are. That's how this relationship works. You're a liability, Agatha. Too bad it's not even here, Baldy. The chip is with my sweet baby Mittens. I left it with my Mittens because she never trusts anyone. She's such a good kitty cat. She's very cute the way she pops in and out of vents like a little meerkat. I told Mittens to never lose it, so I know she's going to do a good job. She'll hide it far away from your gross face. You'll never find her. I guess it'll be unsettling for you to hear that I already know where the flea bag is, somewhere in Viking Square. And I have that new violin that needs to be stringed. You wouldn't dare. So, Viking Square is where I can find level 2 research software. So that's really good. There's the engineering sub door. Shortcut leading from the Herbert Research Center to Nielsen Engineering. Okay, so I can actually go directly to the engineering bay from here. Very good. Okay, so I've cleaned this room out. And the next logical place will probably be through here. Oh, what the hell is that? Take that. Oh man, he's tough. I don't really want to let him touch me because I don't know what he's going to do to me if he hits me. He kind of looks like a face hugger from Aliens. He's a tough little mongrel. There we go, I got him. Ah, get out of the chair, you idiot. Okay, you didn't drop anything of use. Okay, a spare pistol. That's pretty good. I'll take all this. Now, the research center, I don't know if it will actually consume the items that I need to research. I'm guessing that I'll have to sacrifice the item. It'll have to pull it apart to determine how it works. Now this looks promising. It also possibly could be infected, or infested I should say. The Advanced Spectrum Analyzer Center. I spent a lot of my time here when I was working on my research. There are two research systems here, one for biological research and one for technological research. Each research system makes use of a tiny network of nanomachines to break down inserted samples into blueprints that can be used to fabricate exact copies. It's an absolutely ingenious idea. I even borrowed some of the ideas behind its design for my own research. So basically, we do have to consume one item for it to pull it apart and work out how it works, so we can construct more. Since whatever I put in the machines here is lost when I'm processed, I shouldn't put anything in that I currently need to survive, like an oxygen canister, unless I'm willing to wait until I can make a new one. These systems are also networked to a think tank AI that specializes in improving designs. I should see if I can make improved equipment by scanning some of the things I've found. Blueprints can also be fed into the machine manually should I find any. It confuses the machine a little bit, but eventually the AI can figure out it's supposed to be reading instructions rather than making an exact copy of those instructions. Okay, all of this data is uploaded to a database in a 3D printer and biocombiner in Nielsen Engineering that Nielsen Engineering can access. I've used the facilities to make exact copies of objects I've researched or the improvements the think tank AI has made. Let's see if I still know how to use this thing. West can research some items to obtain a blueprint for that item, as well as possibly develop an improved version. Researching an object will consume it. Once the item has been researched, it and any upgrades developed can be produced using the equipment in Nielsen Engineering. Advanced items will require higher levels of research software to analyze. So that's good. We should actually start loading that bad boy up with some stuff to research. Research analyzers, mine excavators and farm accelerators need to be upgraded if West wants to produce more advanced items. The upgrade software is produced from corresponding data chips. These data chips are scattered around the colony and it's up to West to find them. Clues as to their location may be found by reading logs. Okay. So I need to find better research software to make better items. That makes sense to me. Now they've got some level 1 items, some very, very basic stock standard research software. So let's have a look. Research. Okay, I can give it the side bag, but nothing else. That's a shame. Let's have a look over here. The biological research machine. Okay, now this is interesting. So probably the first thing I can think of to research is the decontamination pill. This is probably the most critical one, because if I do get contaminated, I don't have any spares. So that will consume the decontamination pill. Next thing would be a bandage. then a medical kit. Whoa! Damn! He walked right past me. Let's see if I can sneak up on him. Have at you, sir. That was really lucky. That could have ended really badly for me. So the moral of the story is whenever you go through a door and you're doing research, close the damn door. That could have ended really badly. So let's queue up some more goodies. The nano casting kit is probably a good choice in case I break a limb. Masmari, yep. Windroid, we're just going to do everything. Muscle Max. Okay, so I think that was a good choice because what we've done is we've queued up a lot of items to research and I don't really need to now come back here unless I find anything more that I need to add. So let's, yep, there's nothing here. Alright, looking good, looking good. Got plenty of drinks. Got beer, soft drink, purified water. It's actually food that I could really use right now. Okay, so that's a sub door. What we're going to do is we're going to continue searching this area. And when I finally got enough stuff to take back with me. Go, styluses. Device charges. Most of this stuff is complete junk. Shotgun core. So what I might do is, what I didn't think of is to actually load up some gun parts. Because I do have a spare pistol. I could essentially disassemble that. I wonder if I can do that. Okay, so if I now put that pistol core, there we go. So what I'm going to do is add all of these to the research queue. Because I do have a spare pistol, so... Awesome. So what that'll eventually mean is I'll be able to build myself a nice pistol. Whoa, got a zombie there, or a mutant. Die, would ya? Got him. Got an eyeball there. So what we'll do is I'm just going to grab everything I can in here. Because I'm actually close to capacity now. There we go, my bag's full. So what happened was we actually run out of our thermal canister and our oxygen canisters are nearly empty. So they're not too bad, but seeing as I was actually nearly full up on items anyway, I'll dump some of this rubbish to the north. My little item cache here. So most of this stuff, again, it's all it can all be researched. Sorry, it can all be dumped here because it's just rubbish. It's just recyclable items. This is all. We'll probably break this down when we get to the engineering bay, and I'll be able to hopefully convert it into something useful. and a wrench. Now the crowbar is actually nearly busted, so what I'll do is I'll throw my crowbar into the repair bay and I'll swap to the wrench. So it looks like my condition is pretty good. I'm actually not too bad. I'm only lightly infected. Okay, so that's going to repair my crowbar, and we'll use my my good old pipe wrench to chuck the medical kits away. I won't need any of these. Have I got... No, these are all necessary. Now I don't need this much food. I've got a hell of a lot of food in here. Go. Alright, so back we go. We're going to go get some more goodies. What I might do is look for a tap to drink some water, because I'm a little bit thirsty. And very foolishly I didn't fill up my oxygen canister, nor did I fill up my thermal. I get the impression this is something we're going to forget quite often. So we'll just head down and fill up. That's the whole reason I came here in the first place. There we go. So eventually when we have the ability to add oxygen recycling units, that and thermal units, we won't have to worry about running out of air and running out of thermal energy. But unfortunately for the moment we're just going to have to make little lightning trips down here just to grab what we can. Given that it's pretty close to the exit, it's not too big of a deal. Most of this stuff is just more random rubbish. And hopefully we don't fill up our bag. No, we're doing good. We're halfway. So I'll search the rest of the lower part of the base, and then we'll head to the north. See what we can find. At least I'm picking up some food and drink. Plenty of drink. Just got to be careful though, these corners can be killer. This looks like a living quarters. Could be quite useful. I might be able to find some medical supplies here. Yep, here we go. Now the other thing I could have done was actually bring down some of the things I found that are in the central base and put them into the research machine, because we are going to need to build... there we go, decontamination pills. Beautiful. So I am pretty thirsty. I'd better do something about that. It seems I've got lots of drink. Let's chug a beer. Here's the kitchen. So we're good for food. There's actually quite a lot in here. I'm surprised that the kitchen wouldn't have been looted clean, but let's do it. Probably going to regret this. Nope, it was worth it. I actually managed to drink some water and I didn't get infected. Well, my contamination didn't get any worse than what it is. It's remaining steady at 1%, and 1% does not worry me right now. No, cutting good. So we've got a lot of these miscellaneous items, but it's going to be interesting to see what the exchange rate for items is. If it takes It takes 500 of these items just to build one crowbar or one gun. It could make the game a little bit tedious having to search that much. It's a toilet. Oh. I'll never get over it pixelating the game when you go to the toilet. You could have just transitioned to black, but no. You have to have a little pixelation. It's a nice touch. Again, it's better than... whoa! Baby spiders! Now I've seen everything. Take that. Oh, baby spiders that can throw giant acid bombs at you. This is gonna be really dangerous. I don't know what the effect of getting hit by that thing is. He's dead. It appears the spiders themselves are immune to the poison. Let that guy fire off another shot. Take that. And that. Fire off another shot. I'm not gonna... There we go. That took him out. And it actually sounds like there might be more than one of those bad boys hanging around. I can hear some grunting and growling. Oh, there you are. And there had to be two of you, didn't there? Thankfully, these guys are somewhat less dangerous than the spiders, at least. Come take some. There you go. Infected eyeballs. More keycards, and it looks like I'm actually full up on stuff, so I can hear that the spiders fluttering around. There'll be more of them inside. My pipe wrench is a little bit busted up, so I'll go back and swap over my crowbar again. But we're getting a lot of useful items from the research center. When we have the ability to actually recycle this, we're going to have enough to last us probably for a while. Look at all this. That's nearly full. I think we're actually going to have to find somewhere else to store all of our goods. And these infected eyeballs and tongues and all sorts of nasty alien goo, it's going to be interesting to see what they're actually used for. I can't imagine why you want an alien eyeball, or a mutation eyeball. I think they're probably used for researching the alien plague. You'll put them into the biological machine. We'll keep the bandage in case I get hurt. I don't think I'll need any of these yet. I've got all this. And the last thing I'll do is I'm just going to chuck my pipe wrench. Crowbar's fixed. And it'll fix that pipe wrench, and I'll just go and swap back to my old crowbar. So we're getting there. We've done quite a lot of exploring down here today. When we're nearly done, what I'll do, and of course what I very carelessly did was I didn't actually refill my canisters again. I'm gonna have to put some sort of reminder in here because, like a retard, I keep forgetting to do it. when I can carry some spares, I'll be okay. Okay. Try again. So, as you can see, there's quite a nasty assortment of different enemies. Spiders, mutants, and they're, later on in the game, they actually get worse and worse as the infection spreads and becomes more dangerous. So don't just be expecting to see one or two different types of enemies. It's going to get quite a lot more dangerous. Now, when I checked the monitor last, the infection rate colony-wide was about 13%. So 13 doesn't sound like a hell of a lot, but when you think about it, that's just the start of the game. We've literally only just started playing. Get some, there we go. My contamination level hasn't risen anymore. Okay, I think I got everything. Beautiful. Now I heard something scuttling around in here. I think one of these doors may be hiding some more nasty spiders waiting for me. More rubbish. But while the enemies aren't too challenging, we'll stick with their melee weapons. Now, your old room is now infested by spiders. Ow! He got me. Oh, and he got me with that acid ball too. Nice try. Now it's time to give you the business end of my crowbar. So it seems that three hits and then back up is the best way to take those guys out. Nothing there. Now, I think there was one more little spider. I don't know if I killed him or not. Looks like I did. Or he was to the north. He may have been here. Or he may have escaped. Nothing there. I was hoping to find some sort of armor. Jonathan's phone call. Is this the blueprint of the prototypes? Is the blueprint of the prototype secure? Yeah, I've got a hold of it. I've stowed it in my private lab at the Carson Hotel. I patched my door's security flaw. There are hacked keycards floating around, won't work on it. Only our keycards will work, I guarantee it. Good, we can't screw this up. I want to be absolutely sure it doesn't get recovered. Sheridan would have our asses if anyone even knew about this. If someone found the damn thing, we'd be ejected into space. We're leaving ASAP. They've announced an evacuation, some sort of outbreak or some shit. Don't be distracted by it. This blueprint is the only copy. We need to wipe the whole research database before we leave. We need to pick it up before we evacuate. Understood? I'll pick it up now. Remember, don't bother showing up if you don't have the blueprint. None of us are going anywhere without it, and delete your call logs this time, damn it. It seems like you did not delete your call logs, but that has given us some very useful information. So there is some sort of prototype, which I am assuming started this whole incident. It may have been responsible for the plague. An artifact. West's research. Ooh, interesting. So this is one of my notes. You'll never guess what I snagged off Dr. West. I consider myself a connoisseur of good science. You have to be in my line of work. Now I've got my hands on something interesting. The real work for us is about to begin. This nano machine design is going to make me rich. I've just got to find a buyer. He never named it though. I'm going to call it Minerva. Even the name sounds expensive, right? Maybe it'll be easier for us to sell since it sounds like a sort of designer bullshit. I think I may be able to find a buyer right under my nose. If he buys, I'm getting a 90% cut this time. Poor Dr. West. I wonder what would happen if he didn't have his little accident. Ah! I bet his wife is a vegetable by now. You prick. Raskowitz, I knew I shouldn't be trusted him. How could my research even be of use to him? Who would want an unfinished product for a disease only one person has? I wonder who he's planning on selling it to. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. West appears to be innocent. He is not a murderer. He's an innocent man who is a pawn in a larger game. A game run by complete douchebags. But for anyone who's worked in the corporate world, douchebaggery is pretty much a standard practice in corporations. So I'd like to think that most people would draw the line at murder, but in some cases, no. I'm probably reading into it too much. It's not a commentary into corporate organisations, but it seems that there's a common thread with sci-fi movies. There's always some evil, faceless corporation that's completely destroying the world. Granted, there's probably enough evil, faceless corporations in real life destroying the world, but in any case, it seems that one of our research assistants has actually stabbed us in the back in an attempt to gather the research from Dr. West. That was a sneak attack, see that? Yeah, how you like that? Take that. Getting my crowbar on. I'm getting pretty good at killing these guys now. They're not getting hits in on me anymore. Frame. Okay, so this looks like the IT lab. I'm right at home here. And this looks like I'm assuming the oxygen production facility. My crowbar's pretty busted up right now. Go. Affected tongue. Yeah, so the oxygen filter in this place is busted. I'll need to replace it so that we can breathe here. But that's good, at least I've found it now. Check what the hell is that? Can I break it? It's making a squeaking noise, so let's swap to our other weapon. There we go. I don't know what that thing was, but it's dead now. I've crushed it. I'm starting to miss my crowbar. I think the crowbar has a better knockback than this weapon. So whatever that cocoon thing was, I'm guessing that's how those things actually created. Okay, nothing here. Oh, hello. Okay, and here's the power. And another oxygen filter and a hammer. Nice. Ooh, standard colonist suit. So what I might do is I'll actually put the suit into, because I've actually got one already. I'll load the suit into the research bay. Oh, and a broken thermal regulator as well. Okay. Very nice. So what we'll do is we're going to head back down. Now I'm going to grab all of these items I've found and throw them into the research bay, and hopefully I'll be able to make some more. Oh, hello. Where'd you come from? Nothing personal. Well, it's a little personal. You're trying to kill me. Let's close up this research bay. I'm gonna have to keep this closed. Okay. Research colonist suit. Let's research the power pack, because I've got some spares. And research oxygen filter. And thermal regulator. I'll keep the canister for now. No, actually I've got the canister. That's a spare. Alright, so the research machine is loaded up nice. It's going to continue researching for a long time. And as you can see, we're doing pretty well. So I've got one more stop before we finish our little playthrough. And that's to get just the remaining items on the map. Unfortunately, I have run out of thermal energy again, so we're going to head back down here. I'm going to empty out all the rubbish in my inventory. It appears that, yeah, I am actually pretty tired. So we're just going to... This looks like it's all rubbish. Hammer, wrench. So as I'm a bit tired, you can see it's actually affected my stamina. Chuck the crowbar in there to fix up. And it's time to get a little bit of a sleep. Now, as you can see, my contamination is starting to raise. That damn spider got King Hit me. That's going to do for now. Now, I very unwisely went to sleep without closing the bulkhead door. Something could have just come in and took me out then. Okay. So my contamination level is starting to get a little bit higher, but it's not too bad. It's only raised up to 2. So we've nearly cleared out the research wing of the colony. I'm going to have to find something to drink again. Let's have a look at our map. So it looks like we've just got this bit here that we haven't looked at. So let's go and check that out now. And then we've pretty much done the entire research area of the game, or research area of the colony. Yeah, it looks like we've got some friends that want to play. Hey, get back. Got me. This guy looks a little bit faster. But it appears if you get a hit in with one of these club weapons, like the wrench or the crowbar, it'll actually stun them and knock them back a bit. I don't know what these are. Okay, this looks like more storage. Okay, yeah, I don't know what these are, but... Storage. Ah, okay, and here's the corresponding thermal regulator. We just need to take this guy out. Beautiful. Alrighty, so we've cleared out the area. We've found what we need to replace, the broken thermal regulator and the broken oxygen regulator. When I get to the engineering section, I'll be able to hopefully build a working thermal regulator. I haven't got anything else to add. No. Alright. So these are queued up real good. We've got medical supplies and armor and weapons. What I might do though, what I didn't think of doing, is actually adding a weapon to the queue. Seeing as I'm going to leave, let's add a baton. Can I research baton? Yes, I can. Beautiful. I've got a wrench, so backup is fine. Okay, it's time to leave, and what we're going to do is we're going to head to the engineering section next, where I'll try and find a way to recycle the items I've found into working tools and weapons, hopefully. I'd like to build a couple of thermal regulators and a couple of oxygen filters and install them in the research wing here, because the thermal regulators and the oxygen filters will actually slow down the infection. And I don't think I need to tell you what the importance of that is right now. The infection rate is, let's have a look at the computer. Wow, it's up to 15 already. So the infection rate is steadily rising as we go, and things are going to get more hairier as if we don't get some controls in place to try and slow down the infection rate. So I'm going to save the game here, and we're going to call it a day. So what we've done today is we completely cleared out the research wing of the colony. We've gathered a lot of useful items, and more importantly, we've managed to locate the research computers. We loaded the research computers up with as much medical supplies, weapons, armor, and also firearms, as much as I could load it up with. And finally, we've managed to bring back all of the resources we could find back to our main base here. Of note is the medical supplies and food and drink, and also a lot of these miscellaneous items. Now, between episodes, I'm actually going to go and dump all of these so that we actually have a empty inventory again. And in the next episode, we're going to hit up the engineering bay and hopefully manage to utilize the 3D printer and build ourselves some new tools and weapons. So as always, if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave me a comment, leave me a like. I love to hear your feedback, and I hope that all of my Project Zomboid fans are actually enjoying this game as much as I have been. So until next time, Skill Incarnate out.